Perfect. All right, everybody. I'm excited to chat host to post because I don't know about you guys. Within my team, we've got some amazing rock stars, and majority of our enrollments come from HAPS. So for those of you who may be new and you're wondering what a host to post is when someone else posts for you on their page and you expand into another network. So I know for myself, when I first started, I did not have a lot of friends. So I was only marketing to the same, 200 people essentially over and over. But if I could get a handful of people to post for me and they each had 200 friends, I just expanded over 1,000 people, and then the ones who were interested were coming to me. So it's always great to utilize HAPS, but you can do so many things. You can grow your network in it. You can sign customers from it. You can sign distributors from it, which we're going to go over right now. So I know that these three emeralds, they are like the top 30-day drop enrollers in Canada um, within our team, and they do so well for HAPS. I'm going to get Joy to unmute. I think you can unmute Joy, and she's going to share her top tips first.
Thanks, Jessica. Hi, everyone. Like Jessica said, my name is Joy. And just to tell you a little bit about myself and how long I've been here, I'm an Emerald leader and I've been in the business for almost 8 months now. I started this because last October, I was supposed to go back to my full-time job after being laid off for 3 years, and they told us that we were laid off again for another year. So I needed something to supplement my income and basically just keep me busy because I'd already been laid off for 3 years. So I wanted something to do to keep me busy. And this has been it. And I've been loving it so far. So I'm just here to share some of my tips with you on HAPS and what's been working with for me. So in regards to getting HAPS up, on my own personal Facebook page or social media, I only use Facebook right now. I'm building my Instagram, and I'm really not well versed in TikTok at all whatsoever. So Facebook is my main platform. So on my own page, I get up 1 to 2 giveaway posts on my page a week. I'll usually start one on a Sunday, and I will gauge that for a couple of days, responding to people. And once it fizzles out, usually Wednesday or Thursday, I will put up another one. So I'm definitely always one, maybe mostly 2 a week. When I put up my second giveaway post on my own personal page, though, I will delete the old one because I don't want to have multiple ones on my page. Just kind of, to me, it looks kind of tacky. So I definitely make sure I get up 1 to 2 giveaway posts on my own personal page every single week. Something that I've been doing fairly recently, which is new for me, is green light messaging. And I'm not sure if anyone knows what green light messaging is, but I'll give you a little explanation on that. So when you're on Facebook and you're in Messenger, and across the top, everybody who's online has a little green light beside them. I was sending out, or I still do send out HAP request messages through my friends list, which can be pretty time consuming, but it's pretty easy when you can just scroll across your people, like your friends that are online, and you can send them a message like right then and there. And they may very well get it right away because they are online. So it does take I don't know what I'm trying to say. It's not as time consuming as scrolling through your friends and followers list to find potential people who you think may be a good fit for asking. So yeah, I've been doing that a lot, and I may find I only have 15 to 20 people online at a time, which is just perfect because I'll send them all a HAP request. And then when I'm back online a couple hours later, they might have 15 or 20 different people. And then that way you're not going to block yourself by sending too many of the same messages out to people. And once I'm done talking here, I'll put a little example of the HAP message that I sent people on for my green light messaging. So when I get people who agree to HAP for me, if it's the beginning of the month, for the first full week of a new month, I only give people giveaway HAPs. That's it. I want to build my network, and giving people giveaway HAPs is a great way to build your network. So for the first week of the month, when people agree to hat for me, it's strictly giveaway, 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 giveaway. And then week 2, 3, 4, I will alternate product, giveaway, business. But I also, when I get into the week 3, 4, and 2, 3, and 4, when people agree to hat for me, I do kind of check out their page first to see what kind of following they have, and what kind of person they may be, because I find I do have a fair bit of people in the medical health field who may be very reluctant to share a product post that they have not used themselves or are not aware of. So if I see that they're in like the medical or health field, I'm more apt to give them a giveaway post for me instead of a product post. So there's that. And I boost my haps. I boost my haps a lot. I boost my haps once a week. And whether that is with a before and after photo or any promo that we may be running, I will boost all my haps once a week with before and after or a promo. And I will also scroll my personal page, and every product post that I've put up on my own page, I'm boosting with before and afters or promos that we're running. And I guess my last tip that I have, that is the most important thing that I could probably leave you all with, is I never, ever leave a conversation, whether that's with a potential Perks member or a potential distributor, and whether or not they've told me yes, they've told me no, they've told me maybe, I'm thinking about it. I never leave that conversation without asking them if they will hat for me. Like, this is something I started new. I learned this on a training Zoom actually not too long ago. So I've been implementing it with every single person that I talk to. Yeah, I just don't leave a conversation without asking them if they'll hat for me. So I think that's pretty much my tips. I'm not sure who's next up, if it's Nicole or Crystal.
I love that, Joy. And I'm going to show my screen because I love that you talked about green light messaging. Because you can also, if you guys don't know, you can go to your menu bar on Facebook and you can go to, where is it? My camera's backwards. Feeds right here. We did it on the Power Hour this morning. And this is the same thing. These are all the people who just posted just now. So they're active online and you can go and reach out to them. And like Joy said, you're prone to get that quicker response. If you want to drop your green light message down below, Joy, that would be awesome. I'm going to steal it. And I like that you said when your giveaway, like you put a giveaway post on your page, then when it fizzles out, you put up a new one and kind of delete your old one. I know that's how Sam Bowers does her giveaway reels. She says that she does a new giveaway reel like kind of once a week, but she gauges it by her reaching out to everyone. And then when it starts to slow down, then she'll get up a new one. So I love how you always have like a fresh one there because you're keeping that in front of people at the same time. What else did you mention I was going to write? Reading the person who's host a posting for you, I think is really important too. Like you said, if they're in healthcare, you're giving them a giveaway one. For me, anyone who's reluctant, it's like, what's the post? What post am I putting up? I'm like, you're getting the giveaway because they're more prone to have something simple that's not salesy. If I go to someone's wall and I'm scrolling and I'm looking and they're really into like health and fitness and all those kinds of things, I'll give them a cleanse one. If they're a mom, or they post about coffee, usually coffee lovers will post about coffee all the time and their network's coffee lovers. So I might give them a coffee hat. You kind of have to read who you're giving the post to at the same time. So I love that. And then who is it? I can't remember. She's blonde. She's an ambassador diamond. I can't remember her name, but like you said at the beginning of the month, you do all giveaway hats, right? Do you leave your giveaway host a post? Because like obviously you can't reply to everyone. So you're essentially setting yourself up for the rest of the month. And like comments will linger and come in after. And like you're not worried that you have to send 200 messages all at one time. You're like sending out 20 and then the next day you're going back and like replying to the people you didn't. I know some people can get stressed out that they're like, I don't want to leave anyone on red for a while. What do you do?
No, the giveaway posts I do leave for a while. Like, especially now that we only have the one at the end of the month. When we were having two giveaways, like one in the middle of the month, um, yeah, I would leave. I leave them. I'll leave them up to even 5 6 days, 5 or 6 days right before you start responding to people. And it's all about what time you have in your day, right? It's like you may want to allot, say, hey, you're going to sit down, you only have an hour to do like a work session, right? You're like, okay, I'm only going to put 15 minutes right now to responding to your HAP giveaways, right? um yeah, the HAP giveaways I tend to let build up and not reply back to them as quickly as my product ones. But even same with the product ones, I know there are a lot of people can feel like they need to reply to people right away, and I don't. Like, I will give it a day or two, or even when I have conversation with them too, I'm like, I'm not attached to my phone. Like, we didn't join this business to be stuck to our phones for 24 hours a day. We did it for freedom of time, right? So people need to realize that you're not going to be there to answer them all the time. So, and in my opinion, if you're not constantly there, like, yeah, you might engage in a conversation back and forth and give them some information and give them some pricing. But after you give them the pricing, I'm not right on them right away. Of course, like, I'll wait the next day, but if sometimes I might not get to them the next day because my like this is my potentials list for today. Like, these are all people that I got to get back to at some point. I probably won't do it all tomorrow, but within the next couple of days. And in my opinion, it makes it seem like you're not pushy, like you don't need to have to sell them something. You know what I mean? Like, if you give them some time. So I don't I'll have that 3 to 5 minute conversation with them to give them the information about whatever they're inquiring about. And if we get to the topic of the price, I will send that and then leave it. Like, leave it until they get back to me either later that night or the next day. If they don't get back to me the next day, then for sure I'm in their inbox in the next day, or at least definitely the second day.
Yeah, I love that. I love how you said, you don't need to message them back right away because you don't have to be pushy. I always think of it like a business. If you were going to a really busy hair salon, for example, I'll just use salon, nail salon, whatever the case may be, usually you'll phone and it'll just go to the machine and it's like, please leave a message and we'll get back to you as soon
Mhm.
as possible. So we're professional business owners. So as long as we get back to them, I would say somewhat promptly within 48 hours. And like Joyce staying organized, she's got her list, so like she's ready to go. I love waiting on hats to not reply, like giveaway hats anyway, right away, or at least leave the last couple of comments pending because I'm reboosting it again the next day when I don't reply to everybody.
Mhm.
So I respond to half of them and then go to the bottom half the next day and re-reply to those people. And all of a sudden the algorithm boosts it back up and then more comments come in. So it's like this constant wheel is going. And then what was the other thing I was going to mention? For giveaway host to post too, you guys. I know that it's hard. Facebook is cracking down on getting blocked, which I'm going to talk about kind of at the end, some things to avoid to getting blocked when you're doing host to post because it can happen to all of us. It's happened to me. So giveaway hacks, you can always prompt people. Add me and message me giveaway for an entry. Follow me and DM me draw to get an entry. And then that way people are coming to you and they're adding you and they're messaging you. That's a really good tip too. So thank you, Joy. I appreciate your tips. We are going to transition. Crystal, you're next, my dear. If you can unmute yourself. Let's see on my main screen. I see you. Yes.
Hello,
All right.
everybody. Can you hear me?
Yep,
Yes?
you can
Okay.
go right ahead. Yep.
Hi, I'm Crystal. I'm an Emerald leader. A little bit about myself and why I started the business. I had to resign as a healthcare assistant, and I wanted freedom to be Gigi and to be with my kids and travel to go visit my daughter. So here I am. I've been in the business about 2 years. My little tips for hats. is when I'm happy. I always, when sending a hat, I make it a little bit personal. You know, hey, so and so, how's your day going? Or how was your weekend? Thanks for blah 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 blah. When I'm giving out hats, I always add a picture. I find that it attracts people. It makes your hat stand out on their Facebook page. Business hats again, personal, you know, I'm just honest with them right out from the start, you know, honest on me being scared starting the business, and you know, just just be completely honest. That's all I can say about the business hat part of the hats. And yeah, that's really all I got to share. Joy covered it mostly. She did a great job.
She did do a great job, but you did too.
Yeah.
And I love how you said that personalizing your messages, because I know we can get such in the copy paste zone when we're just trying to get things done. But honestly, in the world that so many people are starting an online business, when you can customize it and like I know in our scripting, whenever we're giving information on the product, the 30-day drop, anything like that, we ask them, do you have a health or weight loss goal in mind? And it is vulnerable, like you said, for them to share what their goals are, what they're struggling with, and for you to relate back and be like, I know how you feel. I felt the same way. You have amazing results photos. I think that's one of the great things too for you when you're in your conversations with your HAPs is that you send, your pictures of your results. You share your results on your page. So even for people who are hosting a post, they see that you've used it. And then the people who are coming from HAPS are looking at your page and inspired by your results. They're amazing, by the way. You guys haven't seen them. And then visually appetizing. Go ahead.
Like Jess said, being a product of the product is a big thing in this company. My results have boosted my business like crazy, crazy. The 30-day drops are just flying in. So yeah, definitely using the product and putting yourself out there is a big thing. It took me over a year to get out there and put myself out there and get on my page. And now Jess is like, oh my gosh, you're all over your page. So yeah.
I think it takes growing into that courage too, because I was so nervous. And before and after pictures are really intimidating. But honestly, like you said, if you can be vulnerable to someone and you can get yourself out there, then they're like, okay, like I trust her. It's all about trust, especially from hats, because it's people that you don't even know. So I love that. And then, yeah, you said visually like appetizing photos. You guys, the gummies look so good. There is a really yummy cleanse picture that looks like sangria, and people always comment on it, especially in the summer. I'm a visual person. So, like, don't get me wrong, I would love a detox, but if I can see something that looks delicious, I was like, ooh, I'd try that. So I think that's super important. And yeah, just how you said being yourself. I know that you're in healthcare and you love helping people, and you just have to be relatable, especially in this day and age. So I love those tips, Crystal. Thank you so much.
Okay, thanks everybody.
All right. Perfect. So, where are you, Nicole? Oh, there you are. Oh, it looks so nice and sunny right now.
Yes, hi. Hey everyone. I'm Nicole. I am an Emerald leader underneath Jessica Cook. She and I grew up on a small town on the Sunshine Coast, and mutual friend, and I've been hosting a post for her for a few years. And she reached out and offered me the business October 2022, and I haven't looked back. I am a stay-at-home mom. My youngest is almost 3, and I have 7 stepchildren, 5, or I'm trying to do my math here, 5 of which live at home, and I have 3 of my own children. So we've got 8 kids at home. I used to be a construction safety officer, and I was diagnosed with herniated discs in my back and a few other things. So I was unable to do that job anymore. So being that I'm a stay-at-home mom with my youngest, I'd much prefer doing that than paying someone to watch her in daycare and all the rest, right? So this has been a blessing for me. And yeah, so I'm going to start off on all my tips. So like Crystal said, Joy did touch a lot of things, but I definitely have a few tips. If you've been hosting a post for a while, always reach back to people that have hosted for you. Definitely if they have a lot of likes and comments on them. Add everybody that likes or comments on it. Friend request them first, I find, before messaging them, because that will help you from getting blocked. And when you're boosting, also change your wording. And same with the pictures. Also, don't add too many photos at a time. Like I find if you're going too fast, you can definitely get blocked that way. I prefer to make my giveaway post not public, just on my friends list, because I've had problem with people scamming or trying to scam my my customers, my happers and all that. So asking for personal information and whatnot. So it's good to, you know, and you can also, if you have a professional mode on, you can put up keywords that will prevent people from commenting on them, like message me giveaway. And I always put that I only personal message you as well, right? And I usually put when the draw is, so they know if it's too early that it's that's not a problem. Getting customers, like I always start also with a giveaway, and then I'll work into my distributor caps and my customer, my product cap, shall I say. Definitely be a product of the product, because they're going to, if you add somebody, they're going to go to your page, right? And they're going to see, what has this person been posting? So I always like to put up a product post and a business post, space it out during the day. And if you have some niches, obviously fill that in, your family, your friends, cooking, animals, whatever it may be, fitness. Always follow up. And what else can I suggest here? Just going over my notes quickly. I always send at least 30 out a day, because you want to try to get 5 to 10 haps up a day. You know, it is a numbers game in that sense. So definitely you have to be consistent with sending those out. You'd already mentioned going to your feeds for people that had just posted and going to your A and Z list. I still have to actually print out my friends list. I don't have it on paper, but I think that'd be a lot easier than having to go through my phone sometimes, right, too. So that's another suggestion. If you haven't printed out your friends list, do that as well. And yeah, plant those seeds. and the reaps will follow. I think that's it, Jess.
Awesome. Thank you, Nicole. And you're totally right. It is a numbers. It is totally numbers. When I first started, when haps were new, I was so nervous to do them. We didn't have haps when I first started, so you guys are blessed. That's all I got to say. But when you're first doing it, or you're new in the business, and say you send out 10 messages, because that's within your comfort zone, right? And then you get discouraged because you're like, only one person posted for me. Who's ever felt like that? They're like, I sent a whole handful of messages and only one person replied. Just know that that is normal for everyone. Just like Nicole said, they want to know that it's legitimate. They're going to go to your page. Are you a real person? All those kinds of things. So be really consistent posting about your business so that people can see, okay, yeah, she's a business owner. She shares about it. She's personal, all those things. And even for myself, I've been doing this for a long time. I send 30 hat messages, and I'll get on average like 3 to 5 people that will say yes. And just to say, I want to ask you a question, Nicole, because for those of you who are moms who find it hard to concentrate on work or find it hard to multitask, do you have a tip for like multitasking for haps? Like, do you message first thing in the morning? Do you do it throughout your day? Because 8 kids at home and summer's coming. I know that there's lots of us that would like to know if you have any tips on that.
Well, if you're able to, definitely jump on the power hour in the morning with Jess and I. She's been doing them. But yeah, send out those messages first because it helps to get those out of the way, right? That's been a really good tip I've learned from you, Jess, is just get the DT messages and the HAP messages out right away. Then work on your follow-ups, add to your network, and put up your posts, your product and your business posts, and keep following up. And yeah, all I can say.
Well, I am in awe because I have 2 and I'm like, I couldn't imagine having 8. Oh my gosh. Okay.
My husband's watching the hockey. He cooked dinner. They've eaten. They're downstairs, so they're good. And my oldest is 12, so she's good, right? She acts like she's 15.
I think the
She
prep for
can
me
watch
when my
some
kids were little,
movies.
because they're so close in age, so it was like a newborn and a 1-year-old, and I just remember in the toddler stage, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna get little stations of like
Yeah.
snacks and games or toys so that they're occupied for like half an hour. Just like Joy said, you only really need an hour. You just have to spend that intentional time messaging. And like you said, doing it first, like the Band-Aid, just getting it out of the way.
Or when she's
Um,
napping. When she does.
the coveted
Yeah.
the coveted nap time.
Yeah.
Okay, so I have 7, so I get it. Oh, Melissa, yes. All right. Well, thank you for sharing, Nicole. And I'm gonna
Of course.
yeah, I'm just gonna kind of expand a little bit more because I know
Mhm.
Janae, you said you sent out 60 and only got 1 reply back today. Just knowing that not everyone is active at the same time. You might still get a couple of people that sprinkle in back and say yes. Um, Depending where you're messaging from, one of my tips for the giveaway, if I post a giveaway on my page and then everyone's commenting, the first time I just go through and I like and I message them. After I've messaged them all or a chunk of them, like how I said, like I do a chunk at a time, then the next day I'll go back and like, yes, the people that respond to me, but the ones who look and see and don't reply, then I'm responding on my giveaway post, sent you a message to confirm, sent you a confirmation message. So if they forgot, they're like, oh shoot, she's calling me out kind of thing. And I'll get responses back from people who will reply that way. I used to do it both at the same time. I used to say sending you a message to confirm and then send them the giveaway message and they wouldn't reply, but it like gives me a second window of opportunity. If that makes sense. And then
I get
and
that.
ask
I
questions.
get the spam thing. Yeah, sorry, somebody just made a comment about spam. I get that too. I either get the person that posted to verify, like, or they'll say, "Are you hacked?" And of course, they'll say, "No, I posted it for my friend. You know, it's legit." But it happens, so don't let it, you know, let you down. It happens. People are going to say it's spam. They're going to say it's a pyramid scheme. They're gonna diss it here and there. It's just part of life, right? But yeah, just if the person that posted it for you goes and verifies, they can even delete the comment. Say, do you mind just taking that comment down? Right. And if they're fine with it, because they're your friend or they want to win the money, right? They'll take the comment down, right? So
Yeah. Yes, that's true. And then on so on giveaway posts on my page, I think I got this from Courtney Bowman. She was like, utilize your haps to the like you spent the time to message the people to give them the instructions that they got the post up for you. You know, that's the kind of the biggest part. You really want to maximize that as much as possible. So if someone else posted for me, same thing. I like their comment and then I'll add them, like Nicole said, and then I'll personal message them the icebreaker. The next day, if I'm boosting my haps or going back, I'll go in my inbox, like to that hap and to all the replies, and I go over to their inbox. And if there's a gray circle or a blue circle and it shows that they haven't seen it yet, I'll re-respond to their comment and say, hey, did you get my last message? It may be sitting in your pending requests. And I'll have a lot of people that say, no, I didn't get it. So they don't even realize that there's like a separate messaging folder and they haven't seen it. For people who I've sent that icebreaker message and they saw it, I can see their face in the circle and they didn't reply. We all get left unread. I will straight in their inbox say, hey, did my last message come through okay? And then people are like, oh shoot, yeah, I was really busy. So it's up to us to do that little extra, give our haps that little extra oomph. And then For me, I get my haps up through the week. I know Joy is saying she boosts hers once a week, which I don't do, but I was like, you know what? I probably should. Normally, I'll go and I will, once I've responded to everyone and I feel like the hap's kind of dead, then I'll boost it with the before and after picture and or a customer testimony and the prompt at the end. So there's two different kinds that you can do. One says, personal message me gummy for info, or I've got a spot open, um, you know, message me cleanse for details or something like that. You would be surprised how many people don't like or comment on a host a post because they are nervous that someone else might find out that they have weight loss goals or something, you know, it's insecurity that they have. But then all of a sudden they see that prompt and you go to your inbox and all of a sudden it's gummy, 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 all these people that you haven't talked to before. So I really do recommend putting some kind of prompt or call to action. And I know some leaders even say, text gummy to blah, blah, blah. They'll put their phone number because then people feel like it's more legitimate. And they'll get text messages, which I think is smart if you're getting blocked from haps, because then you're off Facebook and it's kind of giving you more space to message on Messenger and through text. I don't like texting. I just set up SMS messages so that I could get them all in the same inbox because I hate going to different spots to reply. But yes. Okay. I'm going to get back to questions in a second. And I know that we talked about personalizing it, just like Crystal said. For me, I love voice notes. When I'm talking to someone from a hat, I ask them if they want information. I give them like the lowdown, and then they'll tell me their personal like goals, whatever the case may be. I always send them a voice note. Oh, thanks so much. You know, I would love to help with your goal. You know, as a mom, I know what it's like to feel stuck, blah, blah, blah. I'm looking for people to do a review. If they can hear you and they know that you're a person versus someone who's not necessarily copy and pasting, I feel like it's really effective. And or when you get into the price and someone might feel skeptical, or you can kind of tell that they're not as committed, sending voice notes I find works so well. And for distributors, like, so one of my biggest tips is always ask the host about the business opportunity. Always, always, always. Crystal was from a host to post. Nicole was from a host to post. Shannon J was from a host to post. And Joy was underneath her. And guess what? Joy was from a host to post. So you guys, you can just see like the impact. It might not be that direct person that you initially ask, but like the trickle down effect. Yeah, I can't remember the ambassador, but she's like, I go 3 giveaways deep. I get really deep into people's networks, give them the giveaway. All the people that comment, I give them the giveaway. All those people that comment, I give them the giveaway. And then there's like a huge explosion of people to host a post for. Okay. Yes, I only use voice notes now. Yeah, and they're quick. And if you're doing a lot of haps, you can even voice record yourself in Messenger. Like type your own name in Messenger. You can send a memo to yourself, and then you can forward it to people. So, for example, if there's a promotion on, and maybe it's a potential that I've had from a host to post. Oh my gosh, Sarah, I just saw that we have a free product, or no, so I wouldn't say their name because they're not Sarah. I would say, you know, oh my gosh, I'm so excited. I wanted to reach out to you. We have a promotion on that gives a free bottle of our aloe. I'm setting all my clients up so they can start on their results. Are you wanting me to help you get your order in too? And then you can forward it from yourself to your potentials list, or like 10 people at a time. I would say don't overdo it. And so it's quick, and they don't see that it's forwarded because it's coming from you, if you guys didn't know that. Okay,
Always,
what else?
always post the winner too, and the winner video if you get that. Even go live or do a pre-recorded video and put it up congratulating. Make sure you do that every month, right? And like the day before announce, everyone get excited. I'm going to be announcing the winner tomorrow, kind of thing. Just make sure you're consistent with that too, right? Because that also shows that it's real too, right? So
I definitely recommend posting the winner. And Jackie Deering, she puts it in her story, and she has a I need to start doing it. I only just have shared it in my story the last couple months, but on Facebook or Instagram, where is it? I don't know if I have mine because I'm a digital creator I can't see what my page looks like. profile. Hold on. Right on Instagram, you see how you have these bubbles here. On Facebook, they have like the featured, and she has a bubble that's just giveaway. So like you can click it and it shows like January, February, March, shows the transactions so that people can see, like, if someone asks, is this real? You can say, go to my page, click on my featured bubble or whatever, and it shows all the giveaways from the last, months and months. So you can start doing that if you haven't yet. Okay. Asking the host about the business opportunity, definitely 100%. You guys, that's where I get a lot of my distributors from. And then finding the right haps. We talked about the right host posts. I love the Gummy and Thermophyte X one. If I could use that the most, like that's normally the one that I use the most for a couple of reasons. And if you guys aren't using it, see if I can drop it in the comments for you guys. It is like it says like 4 gummies, 2 vegan tablets daily, 30 pounds lost in 90 days. My friend Jessica is helping a few people who want to lose that by summer at her cost. That is like one of my go-to haps. And I love it because one, it's multiple products. You're getting the high BV. 2, you guys, it is such an easy transition into the 30-day drop. You're talking about the Gummy and the Thermophyte X. I know that Nicole likes to use this too. And then once you're getting to the end, you can say, hey, for only $4 more, you can actually upgrade to our 30-day drop system that comes with 2 extra products. You get an aloe and a carb blocker. Are you wanting to upgrade this month? Comes with a meal plan for free to maximize results. And then next month you can decide what you'd like. So it's a really easy transition in the 30-day drop. Also, I like to get to the point, and this is getting into the upsell on haps a little bit, but a little bit more advanced for haps. And if someone says yes, then I'll say, okay, perfect. You're set up for that. Are you wanting to add in a bag of our fat burning coffee to unlock free shipping? And for the most part, people are like, oh yeah. So like, instead of a 30 or 50 gummy BV customer, you just went up to like 100, over 110 BV doing the 30-day drop. So the Gummy and Thermophyte X one, if you guys aren't using it, definitely do so. It's also a really good way to introduce the business because that's one of our distributor kits is the Gummy and the Thermophyte X. That's how I got introduced into the business. I just wanted the wraps. Back in the day, the wraps was the only thing that we got. And my girlfriend was like, do you want to get the wraps as a customer or do you want to get the wraps at the discount as a distributor and make money at the same time? And then I got my wheels turning. I know that's what Stephanie and Joel done say. Always offer the business opportunity to people. So the Gummy and Thermophyte X one's just a really good transition into offering the business. Okay. Re-replying, we went over. What was I going to say? So for host to post, I know that numbers wise, you guys, if I get 10 haps up in a day, 5 of them will get 0 likes or comments. So just know that that's normal. And if you're feeling stuck and you're feeling frustrated and you're only getting up 2 to 3 haps a day and only 1 is sprinkling in a couple of comments, just know that you're like, okay, well, if 50% of them only get half, if I'm getting up 6 haps a day, 3 of them will actually get interest and 3 of them won't. So if I'm only getting up 2 haps a day, I'm not making as much progress as I want. Just know it's up to you. You are your own business owner, and you can be your own rock star by pushing yourself and getting up more. It's just networking. It's just a business. Doesn't matter if it's a restaurant, a clothing store. The more exposure you can get, the more people you can talk to, the more interested people are going to start coming to you, right? Not everyone will. Not everyone shops when they go into the store, but a lot of them will. So I just want to give you that encouragement because I felt stuck before when I'm like, I'm posting a post and nothing's happening. Find the right hat, boost them 100%, and all those kinds of good things. Okay, so avoiding getting blocked. I'm going to go over and then we're going to transition into any Q&As. I've got to scroll through the comments. So if you guys have questions or anything, put them in, drop them below and I'll answer them after. So I've been getting this a lot. Facebook is not being the nicest. So one is adding people. I just know for me personally, I can only add 50 people without Facebook blocking me. So when we do our power hours in the morning, which you guys are totally welcome to, by the way, if anyone on the team wants to drop the ID number and password, every morning we do one. You can come and hop on and we can do tasks. But I count when I'm adding from HAPS. I'm literally like 1, 2, 3, and I'm like notching my dockets down. And once I get to my 49, I stop so I'm not getting blocked. Same when it goes to messaging and replying. So like Nicole was saying, if you're replying the same thing and too quickly, you can actually get blocked from commenting. So if there's a promotion and I go to boost all my HAPs at once, free bag of coffee is on for 48 hours, message me coffee, blah, blah, blah. I can only do that to so many before it says you are restricted for an hour. Okay. So just making sure you're changing the comment every time. When you're replying to someone, message me for confirmation, PM me to confirm, DM me to get an entry, or whatever the case may be. When you're replying, switching up the reply as you go. Jackie Deering says she's got 3 what are they called? Like replies. So reply number 1, click, next person. Reply number 2, click. So it's still quick and efficient, but it's different, and Facebook doesn't recognize that you're being too repetitive. There's a little tip. Also, like I mentioned, you guys, get people to come to you from giveaway HAPs. I know we're like, oh, but I have to message them or else they're not going to reply. Prompt them, add me, and message me giveaway for an entry. Leave space for your product. If you're going for those bonuses this month, you should be getting close to getting blocked every day. So if you can get, I know that sounds so strange, but if you can get your numbers dialed in, then you're not preventing a lull in your business because you can't do anything for 24 hours. Same when you are messaging people who are new, just like Nicole said, making sure that if they're from a product HAP, you're adding them, and then messaging them. Hey, Jen, thanks so much for the comment. Hi, Sally, hello, blah, blah, blah. Changing like the intro, and then have the meat and potatoes the same, but then adjusting the end or a little bit as you go, and add in a different emoji as you respond. And then sending voice notes. If you can avoid copy pasting so frequently and send a voice note here and there, I rarely get blocked. Like, it's very, very rare that I do, because of the fact that I have kind of figured out my numbers. And it might be trial and error for you guys too, but if you're feeling stuck with HAPs, those are my kind of tips to make sure that you're getting the most out of those. Okay.
Also, I was gonna say quickly, you can boost if you do, once you do start signing your customers and your distributors, take a screenshot, and like if you're saying looking for 5 people, you can say, oh, four spots left, 3 spots left, 2 spots left. You can screenshot, write your customer, and all that. So that will help too, and it shows that you are actually people are liking the product, right? Sorry, you can hear my daughter in the back.
I love it. Mom life. I definitely know what that's like. And that's true. So as soon as you sign a customer, you can go and boost all your HAPs and show like so-and-so signed up as a customer. So it's a great way to boost. I love that you said that, Nicole. And then say, 4 spots left, 3 spots left. Okay, I'm just going to see if there's questions. You guys have questions? Now's the time. We're almost done. Messenger AI keeps people from seeing who's active. That might be a setting that you'll be able to turn off on your phone. You can probably YouTube, but the feeds option shows people who are online, and I have my AI. I can't see in my friends list who has a green dot. That's turned off for me. Like, I don't have that, but feeds still shows people who are active. So it's a great kind of second choice. Okay, Teresa. Oh, my comments keep bumping around. Hold on one sec. Okay. Go for No, yes. Janae, I love that. There's a book called Go for No that really, really helped me getting over the feeling of rejection. It's just like I don't want to say it's like a game, but it kind of is, because you know that you're doing your job and you're ultimately going to get a yes no matter what. Sorry guys, the comments are like going like this. I'm trying to make sure that I'm not missing anything. I've had my account suspended 3 times for giveaways. So unfortunately that's just somebody who might report it not knowing that it's legitimate, because there are things out there that aren't real, that are scams. So for me, if anyone says, it's spam, I just reply confidently. Confidence is key. And I say, no, it's legit. I do a giveaway on my Facebook page every month. The winner's either posted on the 1st or the 2nd. Feel free to go and scroll my page. Like, they can just go to my page and they can see that it's real. Same with that little featured bubble that we just talked about. So now you can direct people there so that they can see that it's legit. Oops. If my message is spam, then what do you do? The barrage of emails from your favorite stories about their sales. I'm not sure what that question is. If you want to ask, and feel free to unmute as well if you've got questions. Who do I speak to about, this is a good question. Who do I speak to about running out of people to have? Never getting any feedback when people do post for me. I can't show my own results because I can't purchase the products. This is a problem that I have. Majority of my friend requests are men. That is awesome. Okay, first is, when I first started, I was nursing. So I wasn't using any of the products for months. You don't have to, and sometimes it's hard. We start this business to get the extra income. We can't necessarily afford to buy a whole bunch of products at first, but just know that as your paycheck grows, that will allow you to, and that's only going to increase the success of your business in time, but you can still do it without utilizing the products as well. Running out of people to have, you got to grow your network. So again, if you want to hop on the power hour in the morning, I'll show you how, but essentially giveaway happs. Anyone who's ever posted for you before, reach out to them and say, hey, I know you've posted for me previously. Do you mind getting a post up? It's just about my cash draw to kind of help me get the word out. I would totally appreciate it. Give everyone the giveaway, and then those next people, give them all the giveaway. You have to expand. If your giveaway happs are slow, or just host a post in general, or people aren't saying yes, you've got to grow. So for example, this is how I started growing my network, because I didn't have social media when I started. I'll just scroll through my news feed, and if I find a post that I like, and I click on the likes, and I'll literally go add. You can do 50 people in 5 minutes. And if you're doing that consistently each day, at the end of the month, you're going to have hundreds of new people to ask to host a post. It just takes putting in that growth, which can be hard because you want to make the progress, but it can take time. Never getting any feedback when people do post for me. So yeah, it's just hitting the right network. So if I know that I've gotten stuck in the trap or stuck in the rut of the same people posting for me over and over with no traction. We all do that. I have OGs that have been posting for me, and I know that I'm just giving them an entry into the cash draw, and they're not going to have anyone comment. Maybe one day they will. Like, don't get me wrong, I have, but you just have to get into different networks. I've done highlights of giveaways. Yes. Okay.
Ask them to make it public if sometimes I find it might help.
Getting which public?
ask your people that are putting the posts up for you. Sometimes if it's just their friends list, only their friends will see it. But if you get them to make it public, then it'll show to more people, like your product and your business posts, your hats that you get them to put up. Not necessarily the giveaway one, because you want to worry about getting like people trying to scam, but the products and the business ones, yeah, ask them to make it public. Might help.
Okay, I think we're almost at the end here. Yeah, and if you do get blocked on Facebook, because I saw there are a lot of people that are, you know, having accounts suspended. Unfortunately, it does happen. We just talked about this the other day, using keywords when hosting a post. You know, if you're saying cash, winner, free, giveaway, there's certain words that if you can find a different adjective to use on HAPS, I know we can get into the copy paste, but switching up the wording. So I know that, like, someone mentioned Samantha Bowers. She doesn't even say cash draw. She says who wants to be able to pay for gas, groceries, or something like that. So it doesn't say giveaway on it. It just says, you know, comment if you want to pay for gas, groceries, and da da da. She doesn't put the dollar sign. She doesn't put the dollar amount, so that she's not getting blocked. And if you are, you have to pivot. You have to start an Instagram. I know Joy says she's not very well versed at TikTok or anything. She primarily uses Facebook. If you're suspended on one and you don't want to get frustrated and stuck, rotate back and forth. You can even create a second Facebook backup account if you need to. I've done that before in the past when running for a promotion. Okay, where do we see the live giveaway to post it? That's a good question. Depending on what team you're on, I know a lot of leaders do their own. So I'm in like ours is 1100. Like I think Jackie Deering has her own. Like other leaders in the US, they have their own. So whoever is responsible, whoever's the leader responsible for announcing the winner, usually they'll do a live on their page or they'll post a graphic about it. And so you just have to share your team's graphic. Oh yeah, depends on the team. Okay, thank you. Someone replied, I didn't get that far. All right, blocking fact checkers. I don't know how to do that. I remember somebody shared like you can block fact checkers. I just make sure that I get my giveaways friends only, and I get my people who post about the giveaway. I recommend that they do friends only, and then and then usually you don't have to worry about fact checkers because they're not part of their network typically. So that is all, you guys. I just want to say thank you, lovely ladies, for sharing your tips. I hope that you all got value out of this. I appreciate you taking the time to come and watch. The recording will be posted if you want to share with your teams on my YouTube, Jessica Cook. I'm going to go and download it after this, and you can share with your teams. If you guys want to hop on the power hours in the morning, you can come do that as well. But have an awesome night, you guys. Go and get those haps up if you haven't sent any messages yet today. Go and message all of your hosts and ask them about the opportunity to set yourself up for tomorrow's success. Yeah, and go kick some butt, and we'll see you later.